Welcome. To receive daily prayers and inspiring messages of God's love and peace, please subscribe and join our community. My dear child, I welcome you today with open arms, full of love and grace. I understand the burdens you carry and the struggles you face in your daily life. In this moment, as you listen to my voice, I ask that you open your heart and allow my words to bring you peace and clarity. I know that at times it may feel as though the weight of the world is too much to bear. You may be weary, overwhelmed, and lost in the endless waiting. There are moments when you wonder if your prayers are being heard, if the things you long for will ever come to pass. But I say to you today, do not despair, for I am with you. I have not forgotten you, nor have I left you to walk this journey alone. I am your Savior, your Shepherd, and I have been guiding your steps from before you even knew my name. I have seen you struggle, I have witnessed your pain, and I have felt every tear you have shed. You are never far from my heart, and though you may not always feel my presence, know that I am working behind the scenes on your behalf, weaving together a plan of hope, healing, and restoration. As you sit here now, listening to my voice, I want to remind you of a precious truth. I am your Lord, and I am faithful. The promises I have made to you will be fulfilled. You may not understand the timing, the process, or the path that lies ahead, but I ask you to trust in my perfect timing. Waiting is not easy, I know, easy. It often feels as though time drags on endlessly, as if your prayers are unanswered, as if your heart is crying out into the silence. Yet, waiting is not a passive act. Waiting is an act of faith. When you wait upon me, you are acknowledging that I am in control, that I hold the reins of your life, and that my plan is greater than any plan you could imagine. I understand your impatience, your frustration, and your desire for immediate answers. The world you live in demands quick results, instant gratification, and immediate solutions. But I ask you to remember, my ways are not your ways. My thoughts are not your thoughts. I see the bigger picture, the long-term view, and I know what is best for you. Trust that in my time all things will work together for your good. It is in these moments of waiting, of longing, that your faith can grow stronger. Every day you choose to wait upon me, you choose to trust that I am not only hearing your prayers, but also preparing the perfect answer at the perfect time. The waiting is not in vain, and it is not meaningless. It is a time for you to draw closer to me, to lean into my presence, and to allow my peace to fill your heart. My dear child, do not be afraid of the wait. It is in the waiting that your character is refined, your trust is deepened, and your relationship with me grows stronger. In the stillness, you will hear my voice more clearly. In the quiet moments of waiting, I will speak to you in ways that you may not expect, but you will know that it is I who is guiding you. Know that I am working behind the scenes, orchestrating every detail of your life. I am aligning circumstances, opening doors, and closing others that would lead you astray. You may not see it now, but I promise you, my plan is unfolding in ways that are beyond your comprehension. Trust in my timing and know that I will bring you to the place where you need to be. Waiting on me is not a passive act of simply sitting idly by. It is an active choice to trust, to surrender, and to believe that I am faithful to keep my promises. When you wait on me, you are acknowledging that you do not need to control every aspect of your life. You are acknowledging that I am sovereign, that I know what is best, and that my love for you is unwavering. In your waiting, there is a deeper purpose at work. You are not just waiting for a momentary blessing, you are being shaped and molded into the person I have called you to be. Through the trials, the delays, the challenges, you are becoming more like me. Your heart is being refined, your character is being strengthened, and your faith is being tested so that it may grow stronger. As you wait, know that I am with you in every moment. I have never left you, and I will never forsake you. Even when it feels like I am silent, I am working. Even when it feels like nothing is happening, I am moving behind the scenes. You are not forgotten, and you are not alone. My dear child, I know it's difficult. You want answers now. You want the struggles to end. You want the pain to be over. But trust in me, for I am doing a work that will far exceed anything you could imagine. In the waiting, there is purpose. In the waiting, there is growth. In the waiting, there is a deeper connection with me. Do not be afraid of the wait, for I am with you. And when the time is right, I will bring forth the answers, the blessings, the healing, and the restoration that you have longed for. Keep your eyes fixed on me, your heart trusting in my goodness, and your soul waiting with patience. For I, the Lord your God, am faithful to complete the work I have begun in you. My dear child, as you wait, remember this: you are not alone. I am with you, I am for you, and I am working on your behalf. Keep trusting, keep hoping, and keep waiting. The best is yet to come, and my promises are sure. My dear child, patience is a gift I give to those who walk in faith. It is not something that can be easily obtained, but it is something that grows in your heart when you choose to trust me. You may not always understand why you are asked to wait, but I want you to know that in this act of waiting, there is a profound deepening of your relationship with me, and there is great power in the patience you exercise. Patience is not a passive state of inactivity. It is an active expression of your faith in my timing and my plan for your life. You see, when you choose to wait patiently, you are saying, "Lord, I trust that you are working behind the scenes. I trust that you are aligning everything according to your perfect will. And while I may not see the full picture, I know you are faithful to complete what you have started in me." When you look at the world around you, you see that patience is often undervalued. People live in a world that moves quickly. Everything is instant. You want a message to be sent, and it is delivered immediately. You want a meal, and it's ready in minutes. You want to watch a show, and it's available at the click of a button. The world's idea of fulfillment is immediate, but in my kingdom things unfold in my perfect timing, and it is this waiting, this patience, that holds within it a profound power that shapes you into who I have called you to be. My dear child, you may be wondering why patience is so important. It is because in the waiting you learn to trust. You learn to surrender your plans, your desires, your timing, and place them in my hands. When you choose patience, you are saying, "Lord, I do not need to control this situation. I surrender my will to yours. I trust that you are faithful and that you are working things out for my good." It is in this act of surrender that your faith is strengthened, your trust deepened, and your heart aligned with mine. Patience also teaches you endurance. It is not simply about waiting for a moment of deliverance. It is about enduring through difficult times, holding on to hope, even when things seem bleak. Endurance is the ability to stand firm and remain steadfast in faith when the world around you is shaking. Patience is the anchor that keeps you steady through the storms of life. In the Bible, I tell you in James chapter 1, 3, 4, "The testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." It is through the testing of your faith that patience grows. It is through the trials and challenges of life that your trust in me is refined and strengthened. Patience is the fruit of this testing, the evidence that your faith is maturing. My dear child, I know that waiting is difficult. There are times when you are overwhelmed by your circumstances, when the weight of the waiting becomes almost too much to bear. But I ask you to hold on, to trust that I am with you even in the silence. I have not forgotten you. I have not abandoned you. In fact, it is often in the waiting that I am doing my most profound work in you. I am shaping your character, strengthening your resolve, and refining your faith. You see, waiting with patience requires a deep trust in my sovereignty. It requires knowing that I, the Creator of all things, have the perfect plan for your life. And even though you may not understand the delays, even though you may not see the reason for the waiting, you can trust that I am doing a good work. The waiting itself is part of the process of making you whole. It is part of the process of making you more like me. Patience also brings peace. When you choose to wait on me instead of rushing ahead in your own strength, you experience the peace that comes from knowing I have everything under control. This peace surpasses understanding, and it is a peace that I give to you. It is not a peace that the world gives, a peace that is temporary or circumstantial. It is a peace that comes from knowing that I am your shepherd, and I am leading you beside still waters. My dear child, I understand that sometimes the waiting feels endless. The situation seems to remain the same, and you wonder when things will change. You cry out to me asking for relief, for answers. But I want you to know that in the waiting I am preparing you for what is to come. I am preparing you for the blessings that are on the way, but I am also preparing you to receive them with a heart that is mature, steadfast, and full of gratitude. Patience allows you to handle the blessings I give you with humility and grace. Remember, the greatest blessings often come after the greatest periods of waiting. Abraham waited many years for the promise of a son. Joseph endured years of hardship before he saw his dreams fulfilled. The Israelites waited in the wilderness for 40 years before entering the promised land. But each of these examples reveals a common thread. In the waiting, God was refining their faith. He was teaching them to trust His promises, to depend on Him, and to grow in patience. When I speak of patience, I am not merely talking about waiting for things to change. I am talking about a deeper, more profound patience that is rooted in trust. It is the patience that says, even though I do not understand, I trust that God knows what is best. I trust that He is working everything out for my good. It is the patience that acknowledges God's sovereignty over every aspect of your life. My dear child, patience is a gift. It is a gift that I give to you when you choose to surrender your will to me. It is a gift that helps you to see life from my perspective, to recognize that my timing is always perfect. Patience is not something that you must manufacture or force. It is a fruit of the Spirit that grows in you as you walk with me. The more you spend time with me, the more your patience will grow. It is easy to grow impatient when you are faced with trials and struggles. It is easy to feel as though God has forgotten you when the answers to your prayers seem delayed. But I promise you, my dear child, that every moment of waiting is not wasted. I am using that time to prepare you, to grow you, and to deepen your faith. When you learn to wait with patience, you learn to rely on me, to trust in my goodness, and to rest in my perfect plan for your life. And in the process, you become more like me. You become more steadfast, more faithful, more patient. You learn to endure, to persevere, and to trust that I will always fulfill my promises. My dear child, as you wait, remember this. Patience is a gift I give to you. It is the fruit of your faith, the evidence that you trust in my timing and my sovereignty. Do not grow weary in waiting. Do not allow frustration or impatience to take root in your heart. Instead, choose to trust in me, knowing that I am faithful and that I will never leave you nor forsake you. Patience will grow in you, and as it does, you will see how my perfect plan unfolds. You will see the beauty of my timing, the wonder of my provision, and the fulfillment of my promises in your life. Keep trusting, keep waiting, for the best is yet to come, my dear child. As you continue on your journey of faith, it is important for you to understand that patience does more than just help you endure difficult times. It is a powerful tool that shapes you, molds you, and draws you closer to me. Through patience, you are being transformed into the person I have called you to be, someone who reflects my love, my grace, and my faithfulness in all things. Patience, my child, is a necessary part of your spiritual maturity. Spiritual maturity is not something that comes overnight. It is a lifelong process, a continual growth that happens as you walk with me and as you allow my Spirit to guide you. Just as a tree takes time to grow and develop its roots, its trunk, and its branches, so too does your faith. Patience is the soil in which your faith is rooted, and it is the nourishment that helps you grow in the likeness of Christ. My dear child, I know that you desire to grow in faith. You want to be more like me, to have a deeper understanding of my will and a closer relationship with me. But I must tell you that this growth does not happen without patience. Spiritual growth is not instantaneous. It requires time, perseverance, and trust in my plan for your life. It is through the trials and the waiting that you learn to lean on me, to depend on my strength, and to become more like me in every way. In the world you live in, everything seems to happen quickly. Instant results, immediate gratification, and quick fixes are the norm. But I tell you, my dear child, the process of spiritual maturity cannot be rushed. Just as a seed needs time to grow into a strong, fruitful tree, so too does your faith need time to mature. Patience allows you to endure the seasons of life, and through those seasons you are made more like me. You see, it is not in the moments of comfort and ease that you grow the most. It is in the moments of difficulty, when you are forced to wait, that your faith is tested and refined. As you wait, you learn to trust in my timing. You learn to rely on my wisdom. You learn to surrender your desires and your plans, and you begin to see things from my perspective. My dear child, I know you may be wondering why it is necessary for you to go through difficult times. Why do I allow you to face hardships, to endure waiting, and to experience trials? The answer, my child, is simple. I allow these things because they are part of your spiritual growth. Just as the potter shapes the clay, I am shaping you. I am molding you into the person I created you to be. Every trial you face is an opportunity for you to grow in faith, to deepen your relationship with me, and to become more like Christ. Patience teaches you to endure, to persevere, and to trust. When you are patient, you are demonstrating that you believe in my plan for your life. You are saying that even though things may not be going as you hoped, you trust that I am working all things together for your good. It is in those moments of waiting, when everything seems uncertain, that you can experience the depth of my love and faithfulness. Spiritual maturity comes when you learn to trust me completely. You may not understand why things are happening, but you know that I am faithful. You know that I am in control and that I will work everything out in my time. Patience allows you to surrender your desire for immediate answers and instead trust in my perfect timing. My dear child, I also want you to understand that spiritual maturity involves learning to respond to the challenges of life in a way that reflects my character. As you mature in your faith, you begin to respond to trials and difficulties with grace, patience, and love. You begin to view life through the lens of my word, and you respond with wisdom, not reacting out of anger, frustration, or fear, but responding in a way that brings glory to my name. Patience helps you to develop this response. It teaches you to wait for the right moment, to wait for my guidance, and to wait for my strength to fill you. It teaches you that you do not have to act impulsively or rashly, but to wait for my leading. As you learn to be patient, you will begin to see how much I am involved in your life, how much I am guiding you every step of the way. In James chapter 1, 2-4, I tell you, consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. My dear child, the testing of your faith is what produces perseverance. It is in the trials that your patience is developed. And as you persevere, you grow in maturity and in your relationship with me. My dear child, I want you to know that you are not alone in this journey. As you wait, as you endure, I am with you every step of the way. My Spirit is within you, empowering you, strengthening you, and helping you to grow. You may not always feel my presence, but I assure you, I am always with you. Through the trials, I am refining you. Through the waiting, I am teaching you to trust. Through the seasons of life, I am preparing you for the next phase of your journey. It is in the waiting that you learn to rely on me more fully. It is in the moments of patience that you come to understand that I am all you need. When everything else is stripped away and all you have left is me, you realize that I am sufficient for every need. I am your provider, your protector, your strength, and your refuge. Patience leads you to a deeper relationship with me, where you learn to depend on me in all things. My dear child, I also want to remind you that spiritual maturity is not about perfection. It is about progress. You will make mistakes along the way, you will falter, and you will stumble. But I am here to lift you up, to help you, and to guide you. Patience with yourself is just as important as patience with me. As you grow, you will learn to extend grace to yourself just as I extend grace to you. In your journey of spiritual maturity, patience will continue to play a vital role. It is a continuous process, one that requires your active participation. As you wait, as you endure, as you trust in my timing, your faith will grow stronger, your character will be refined, and your relationship with me will deepen. You will become more like me, reflecting my love, my patience, and my grace to the world around you. My dear child, as you continue to grow in faith, remember that patience is a vital part of that growth. Embrace the waiting, the trials, and the challenges, for they are shaping you into the person I created you to be. Trust in my perfect timing, lean into my strength, and know that I am with you every step of the way. Be patient, my child, and allow me to do a great work in you. The process may be slow, but the results will be worth it. Keep trusting, keep growing, and know that I am always here, guiding you toward the maturity I have for you, my dear child. As you journey through life, it is easy to become caught up in the busyness, the challenges, and the uncertainties that surround you. You may feel overwhelmed by the twists and turns of life, and sometimes it can feel as though you are walking down a path that seems unclear or even uncertain. In these moments, it is crucial that you remember one of the most powerful truths I have for you. I have a perfect plan for your life. I want you to know, my dear child, that no matter how difficult your circumstances may seem, no matter how uncertain the future may feel, I have already gone before you. I have prepared the way, and I have a purpose for every step you take. There is nothing that happens in your life that is outside of my will. I am the creator of all things, and I have a plan for you, a plan that is filled with hope, peace, and love. I understand that trusting in my plan can be difficult, especially when life doesn't unfold in the way you expect. You may have hopes, dreams, and desires, but when things don't go as you envisioned, it can cause confusion and even frustration. However, I want you to know that my plan is not like the plans of man. My plan is higher, deeper, and more fulfilling than anything you could ever imagine. My dear child, it is natural to want control. It is natural to want to know every detail, to plan every step, and to ensure that everything goes according to your own understanding. But I say to you, trust me. My plan for your life is far greater than anything you could come up with on your own. Trusting in my plan means letting go of your own desires to control every aspect of your life and surrendering your will to me. It means trusting that I know what is best for you and that I am working all things together for your good. In the book of Jeremiah, I tell you, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." Jeremiah 29:11. This is the promise I have for you, my child. My plan for your life is filled with hope and prosperity, even in the midst of hardship and struggle. Though you may not always understand what is happening, trust that I am working everything out for your good. I know that at times you may feel as though you are lost, as though the path ahead is unclear, or as though you are waiting for an answer. But I assure you, my dear child, I am leading you every step of the way. The way I lead you may not always look the way you expect, but trust that I am guiding you with wisdom, love, and grace. I am always with you, walking beside you, and even carrying you through the moments when you are too weak to carry yourself. My dear child, I know that waiting can be hard. You may long for answers now, and you may feel frustrated when things don't happen immediately. But I ask you to trust in my timing. I know that in the waiting, you are being prepared for something far greater than you can imagine. My perfect plan involves a process that refines you, strengthens your faith, and prepares you for the blessings I have in store for you. Remember that my timing is perfect, even when it doesn't seem like it. I am never early, and I am never late. I am always right on time. You may not see the full picture, but trust that I am working behind the scenes, aligning everything in your life according to my will. In my time, you will see how every step, every delay, and every challenge has worked together to bring you to the place where I want you to be. Trusting in my plan means surrendering your own agenda. It means letting go of your desire to control and allowing me to lead you. When you trust in my plan, you are saying, Lord, I trust that you know what is best for me. I surrender my will to yours, and I trust that you are working all things for my good. My dear child, I want you to know that trusting in my plan does not mean that life will always be easy. There will be challenges, struggles, and moments of doubt. But I assure you, my plan is always good, even in the hardest times. The difficulties you face are not a sign that I have abandoned you or that my plan is flawed. In fact, they are often part of my perfect plan to refine you, to build your faith, and to draw you closer to me. I am refining your character through these challenges. I am shaping you into the person I have called you to be. Every hardship, every delay, and every trial has a purpose. It is in the midst of these challenges that you learn to trust me more fully, to lean on my strength, and to rely on my wisdom. Through these trials, you are becoming more like Christ, and that is the ultimate goal of my plan for your life. In Romans 8:28 I tell you, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. This is the truth, my child. In all things, good and bad, easy and difficult, I am working for your good. I am using everything in your life to shape you, to strengthen you, and to bring you closer to the person I have created you to be. My dear child, as you trust in my plan, remember that you are not alone. I am with you, and I am for you. When you feel weak, I am your strength. When you feel lost, I am your guide. When you feel afraid, I am your refuge. Trust that I am walking beside you every step of the way, and that I will never leave you nor forsake you. I know that the unknown can be daunting. The future may seem unclear, and you may wonder where your journey is taking you. But I want to reassure you that my plan is perfect. I know the desires of your heart, and I know the path that will bring you the most fulfillment. Trust in me, for I have good things in store for you. I understand that it can be difficult to see the bigger picture. You may want immediate answers, and you may not understand why things are happening the way they are. But I ask you to trust that I see the whole picture. I know what lies ahead, and I know what is best for you. Trust in my perfect plan, and know that I am working all things together for your good. My dear child, as you continue to walk by faith and trust in my plan, I promise that you will see the beauty in my timing. You will see how every step, every struggle, and every waiting season has been a part of my perfect design for your life. You will look back and see how my hand has been at work in every detail, and you will give thanks for the journey that has brought you closer to me. I know that sometimes it is hard to wait. But I promise you, my dear child, that the waiting will not be in vain. I am doing a work in you that will bring forth fruit in due season. Trust in my plan, trust in my timing, and trust that I am working all things together for your good. My dear child, waiting is a part of life. There are times when you are asked to wait for things, sometimes for answers, sometimes for a breakthrough, and sometimes for healing or restoration. It can be hard to wait, especially when your heart is filled with longing, and the silence seems to echo louder than the words you long to hear. In these times, my child, I ask you to wait with hope, for it is in hope that you will find peace, strength, and the courage to endure. Hope is the anchor of your soul. It is the foundation on which your faith is built. Without hope, the journey would be impossible to bear. I want to remind you today that hope is not simply wishful thinking or a fleeting feeling. Hope, my dear child, is rooted in the assurance of my promises. It is the confidence that, no matter what circumstances may say, I am faithful to fulfill every word I have spoken over your life. My dear child, waiting with hope means trusting that I will bring you through this season, that the waiting is not in vain, and that my plan will come to fruition in the perfect time. Hope is not just a feeling, it is a decision, an active choice to trust me, even when everything around you seems uncertain. It is choosing to believe that what I have promised will come to pass, even when you cannot see it yet. You may be in a season of waiting right now. Maybe you are waiting for a breakthrough in your health, in your finances, or in a relationship. Perhaps you are waiting for clarity in a decision or seeking understanding in a difficult situation. My child, I know the pain of waiting. I know the frustration of wondering when your prayers will be answered. But I also know that it is in the waiting that your faith is refined and your hope is strengthened. Waiting with hope requires you to look beyond the immediate circumstances and trust in my timing. The world teaches you to seek immediate gratification, to act quickly, and to expect fast results. But my ways are different, my child. I do not rush my plan. I do not hurry to fulfill promises without preparing your heart, your mind, and your spirit. Hope, then, becomes the patience that allows you to endure the waiting with joy, knowing that my timing is always perfect. My dear child, hope is what allows you to lift your eyes toward me, even when the road is unclear. It gives you the strength to continue walking forward, one step at a time, knowing that I am with you. It is hope that empowers you to keep going when you feel like giving up, when you feel like the burden is too heavy to bear. Hope is the belief that I will fulfill every promise, even if you cannot see it right now. In Romans 8:25, I remind you that if we hope for what we do not yet have, we wait for it patiently. Hope is the fuel that keeps you going in the midst of uncertainty. It is the light that guides you when darkness surrounds you. It is the strength you draw from when your strength is gone. I ask you to wait, my dear child, but wait with hope, for in hope you will find everything you need to endure the waiting. Waiting with hope does not mean that you will not feel pain or frustration. It does not mean that you will not feel anxious or uncertain, but it means that in the midst of those feelings you will hold on to the hope that I am working in your life, that I am faithful, and that my promises are sure. Hope allows you to look beyond the present and see the future that I have promised you. It allows you to hold on to my word and trust that it will come to pass no matter what. My dear child, I know that the wait can feel long, and I know that it can be difficult to remain hopeful when you don't see the results you are praying for. But I want to remind you that the waiting is not wasted. I am doing a work in you during this time. I am refining your character, strengthening your faith, and preparing you for the blessings that are coming. Every moment of waiting is a moment of growth, even if it doesn't feel that way. It is in the waiting that your hope is strengthened. As you wait on me, you are learning to trust me more deeply. You are learning to depend on me fully, and you are learning to rely on my perfect timing. The waiting is not just about what you are waiting for, it is about what I am doing in you as you wait. Through the process of waiting, you are becoming more like me. Your heart is being transformed, your faith is growing, and your hope is becoming an unshakable foundation. In Hebrews 10:23, I tell you, let us hold unswervingly to the hope we profess, for he who promised is faithful. My dear child, this is the foundation of hope. I am faithful. I am faithful to keep my promises even when it feels like nothing is happening. I am faithful to bring you to the place I have prepared for you. I am faithful to answer your prayers in my perfect timing. I ask you, my child, to wait with confidence, knowing that I am working behind the scenes. You may not see the results yet, but trust that I am doing a work that is far greater than what you can understand. The waiting is not in vain, and the promises I have spoken over your life will come to pass. Trust in my faithfulness, my dear child. Trust that I will fulfill every word I have spoken. My dear child, I also want you to know that hope is not just for the future. It is for today. You do not need to wait for the answer to your prayers to experience hope. Hope is available to you right now, in the midst of your waiting. It is the peace that I give you in the present moment, knowing that I am in control. Hope is the joy that comes from trusting in my goodness, even when you do not have all the answers. In 1 Peter chapter 1:3, I remind you that in his great mercy he has given us new birth into a living hope through the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead. Hope is alive, my dear child. It is a living hope that sustains you in every season of life. This hope is not based on circumstances. It is based on the truth of my resurrection, the promise of eternal life, and the assurance that I am with you always. Waiting with hope also means waiting with expectation. It means anticipating the good things that I have prepared for you. It means trusting that as you wait, I am bringing you closer to the fulfillment of your dreams, your prayers, and my promises. Your hope is not in vain. I am faithful to bring you through this waiting season, and I am faithful to fulfill the good plans I have for your life. My dear child, as you wait, let hope fill your heart. Let it be the anchor that holds you steady, even when the storms of life rage around you. Let it be the light that guides you in the darkest moments. And know this, your hope is not based on what you see, but on who I am. I am the God of hope, and I will fill you with peace and joy as you trust in me. I ask you to wait with hope, for in hope you will find the strength to endure. In hope you will find the courage to keep moving forward. In hope you will find the peace that passes all understanding, knowing that I am in control and that my perfect plan will unfold in the perfect time. My dear child, as we come to the end of this time together, I want to remind you of the journey we have walked through in these moments. You have heard the message of patience, the patience that is a gift of faith, the patience that leads you to spiritual maturity, the patience that is rooted in hope, and the patience that is ultimately blessed by me. Now, as you reflect on these truths, I want you to remember this. God blesses patience. In the world you live in, waiting is often seen as a negative experience. It is something to avoid, something to fill with frustration or anxiety. The world tells you that waiting is a waste of time, that you must act quickly, and that you must always be moving forward, constantly striving to achieve. But I say to you, my dear child, that in my kingdom waiting is not a waste of time. Waiting with patience is a sacred practice. It is an opportunity to grow closer to me, to trust me more deeply, and to prepare your heart to receive the blessings that I have in store for you. God blesses patience, my dear child, because patience is a reflection of your trust in me. When you choose to wait patiently, you are saying that you trust my timing. You are saying that you believe my plan is better than your own. You are saying that you are willing to surrender your desires, your timelines, and your need for control to me. And in doing so, you are opening your heart to receive the blessings that I have already prepared for you. My dear child, patience is not about passivity. It is not about sitting idly by and doing nothing. Patience is an active expression of faith. It is choosing to wait with a heart that is expectant, a heart that is filled with hope and trust in me. It is choosing to trust that I am at work in your life, even when you cannot see the results yet. It is choosing to hold on to the promises I have spoken, knowing that I will fulfill them at the right time. In James 5:7-8, I tell you, be patient then, brothers and sisters, until the Lord's coming. See how the farmer waits for the land to yield its valuable crop, patiently waiting for the autumn and spring rains. You too be patient and stand firm, because the Lord's coming is near. Patience is not about just waiting for something to happen in the future. It is about trusting that my plan for you is unfolding, even in the present. Just as the farmer patiently waits for the harvest, so too must you wait for the fullness of what I have promised you. I know that waiting can be difficult, and I understand that there are times when it feels as though the waiting is endless. But I want you to know that every moment of waiting is not wasted. Every moment you wait with patience is an opportunity for me to bless you, to strengthen your faith, and to draw you closer to me. God blesses patience, because patience is the fertile soil in which the seeds of faith grow. It is in the waiting that you learn to trust me more deeply and to surrender to my will. My dear child, as you wait, know that I am working in your life. You may not always see the evidence of my work immediately, but I assure you that I am at work behind the scenes. I am orchestrating every detail of your life, aligning everything in perfect harmony according to my plan. Trust that I am guiding you, that I am preparing you for the blessings that are coming, and when the time is right, I will reveal the fullness of my plan in ways that will exceed your expectations. Patience is not just about waiting for external circumstances to change. It is about allowing me to change you from the inside out. The waiting process refines your heart. It deepens your trust in me. It strengthens your faith and allows you to become more like me. And when you are patient, when you wait with faith and hope, you are opening yourself to the abundant blessings that I have in store for you. My dear child, God blesses patience because patience brings forth fruit. Just as a tree bears fruit when it is nurtured and cultivated, so too does your faith bear fruit when it is nurtured through patience. Patience helps you grow in your ability to love others, to forgive, and to serve with humility. Patience helps you bear the fruit of the Spirit, which is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Galatians 5:22-23. As you wait with patience, you are being transformed into a vessel that reflects my character to the world around you. In Matthew 13:23, I tell you, but the seed falling on good soil refers to someone who hears the word and understands it. This is the one who produces a crop yielding 100, 60, or 30 times what was sown. When you wait with patience, you allow the seed of my word to take root in your heart. You allow my promises to grow and bear fruit in your life. And in doing so, you will experience the abundant life that I have promised. Patience also brings peace. When you wait with patience, you are choosing to rest in my presence. You are choosing to let go of anxiety and trust that I am in control. You are choosing to release your fears and concerns into my hands, knowing that I am working all things together for your good. Patience allows you to experience the peace that surpasses understanding, a peace that comes from trusting in my sovereignty and faithfulness. My dear child, I understand that there are times when you may feel discouraged, when the waiting seems endless, and when the answers you long for do not come as quickly as you would like. But I want you to know that in those moments I am near. I am always with you, and I will never leave you. You are never alone in the waiting. I am walking beside you, strengthening you, and giving you the grace to endure. Trust in my plan, my dear child. Trust that I am blessing you in the waiting. Trust that every moment of patience is preparing you for something greater. I am faithful to fulfill my promises, and I will bring to completion the good work I have begun in you. And when the waiting is over, you will look back and see how far I have brought you. You will see the fruit that has been produced in your life through the patience you have cultivated. You will see how your faith has grown, how your trust in me has deepened, and how your relationship with me has become more intimate and strong. And you will give glory to me for the ways I have blessed you through the waiting. My dear child, as you continue to wait, remember that I bless patience. I bless the moments when you choose to trust me, when you choose to surrender your own plans and desires to my will. I bless the moments when you choose to wait with hope, knowing that my promises are sure. I bless the moments when you endure with faith, knowing that I am working in your life. Know that I am with you in every moment of waiting. I am beside you, guiding you, strengthening you, and preparing you for what is to come. Trust in my timing, trust in my plan, and know that I will bless you as you wait patiently. Your waiting is not in vain, my dear child, for I am using it to shape you, to refine you, and to bring you into the fullness of my promises.